everything. We have to continue to work on it now. My name is Paul James. I host English News every morning.
And the Golden Angel Award ceremony.
Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences, my dear brothers, sisters, fellow citizens of the United States of America. Right now, we're at a very special, critical moment because we're deep into the pandemic. Some say we are over the peak already. Some say we're at the peak. And some say, regardless of being over or at the peak, we are in the pandemic. Anyway, I would rather take it seriously, as seriously as we could, to make sure that we all stay safe, stay alive, and because we have a big job to do once after. In today's show, as one of the pandemic series, we have two friends with me. To my right-hand side is a beautiful young lady. Her name is Lily Lisa, and later we will ask her to do a more thorough introduction. But right now, as for ID, she is a actress in Hollywood. She is a owner of a big business, and she is a philanthropic kind of person. I love with a big heart. And that's why I named this show today, Love Mid the Pandemic. To her right is my old friend, a regular of this show, Mr. Chris Nebe, a famous director. See, actress, director, they're all from Hollywood. He's got a credit as high, maybe higher, like a monument of 23 films already of the China Mysterious Theory. And he is known in China, almost every province. And for here in Los Angeles, he is a big shot. So to both of you, welcome to the show.
谢谢你老朋友，非常感谢。
Thank you. I'm honored in this show.
All right. Lots of people know Chris, and I would say that very few know you, right? So can you start with a self-introduction of yourself?
Yes. So my name is Lily Lisa, and I'm an actress.
Louder for the record, please.
Okay, my name is Lily Lisa. I'm originally from Hong Kong. I'm an actress, businesswoman, as you introduced, and I just opened the store in Beverly Hills called Lily Lisa Collection, and the address is 227 South Beverly Drive, Beverly Hills. Welcome, stop by. And today I'm honored to be here, and so.
All right, introduction. As for introduction, that's enough. We'll talk about your activities later, all right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, she is a businesswoman. She is a actress of Hollywood, and she is a person with a big heart.
Thank you.
So among the three, though, to Chris, what comes to you first?
You forgot to say that she's very charming.
Yeah, of course. And
Thank you.
she's from Hong Kong.
Does that make people charming when they are from Hong Kong?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right.
I think.
People from Hong Kong are more beautiful, more open-minded, are smarter.
I see.
So, of all her three IDs, what comes to you first?
I am very impressed that she is a philanthropist.
Uh-huh.
Because that is something, you see, which is right now a very important moment. And I think it's very touching if somebody goes out and addresses issues which obviously have not been adequately addressed by those who are supposed to be in charge of it.
Good, right. As a matter, you're right. I do agree with you. As a matter of fact, it is her philanthropic activity that brought her to me. In other words, I know her through her philanthropic activities. And that was back in 2008 with the last tsunami. Right? She was the person, as one of the documentary proves it. She kind of, in Chinese, there's a tradition called the red envelope.
Yes.
Right? Red envelope. She, with a bunch of red envelope, walks on the streets, downtown Los Angeles or small cities, whatsoever, to do nothing but hand over the red envelopes to them.
To whom?
People who she didn't know.
Yes.
People who looked that they need the money to help people overcome the difficulties.
This is remarkable.
Yeah, this is remarkable.
Was that filmed?
Yeah, this film. And one of the studios in Hollywood, I forgot the name, marked her activity as a little documentary. And through that documentary, I came to her. I called her to come on my show. Back then, I was doing a Chinese show also. So that's why.
I would like to see this documentary.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a video of it?
Yes, I
Good.
have all the.
Not today, but if necessary, we can edit it to it, though.
Yeah.
But that was how. That's 12 years ago, right? How I came to know her. And what surprised me was that after 12 years, she remains the same person, same beautiful, both inside and out.
Thank you.
That's the part. So last week, on a Thursday, she was there in the city of La Puente. Am I right with the name of the city?
Almost.
Almost. La Puente. Anyway, it's Spanish, right? I was not born in Spain. I do not speak Spanish. I try my best. Right, good. And she donated quite a bit. I would probably have to ask her to tell the audiences why La Puente, why you donate, what you donate for, so on and so forth.
Okay, so first of all, since this COVID-19 happened.
Can you do it louder for the record, please? Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I want to say I do from my heart. And since the COVID-19, I really I pay attention. I know how this is not a good thing. People will lose their life. I heard every day people get sick, dying, something. So I did the effort. I want to do my best. I found a way because it's so hard to get masks, alcohol, gloves, hand sanitizer. At the beginning, I have enough, but the government make allowance, everybody need a mask. Even now you have $1,000 penalty. So my friends call me, I give them all. I only left 5, I'm telling the truth. And then I called the friends in China, they mailing me, and then I finally found out somewhere they can apply. And then I came here, I just tell myself, I want to do it. I want, I can afford. I just want to save the life. I can swear to God, I do every day. I have masks, I give the people.
Yeah. And what have you donated to them, to that city?
Oh, I donate the masks.
Face masks?
Face masks, hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizers?
Hand sanitizer, and then the alcohol.
Alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, yes.
Yeah, and then the gloves.
Gloves, rubber gloves.
Yes, and then the the soap.
Hand wash
Hand
liquid.
wash soap liquid, yeah.
Hand wash liquid,
And
yes.
Toilet paper.
Toilet rolls.
Yes.
Toilet rolls,
and
yeah.
they're all the
Who do you
99 cubic
yeah, who do you donate to?
The La Ponte City
La
Hall.
Ponte
City Hall, the
Senior Center. Senior Center.
Yeah,
Senior
yeah,
Center.
yeah.
So, well, how do you comment about a young lady walks into city of La Ponte who, I mean, she know nobody about, to say, I want to donate?
I'm very touched and impressed.
Thank you.
Because you see, there is a lot of talk. Everybody has an opinion, but obviously there are people outside who do things, and actually this type of people never look for recognition, never look for praise. They just do it because they follow their heart. So I'm very impressed, and on behalf of humanity, I thank you.
Thank you.
That's a big word. That's a big word. One person's act might be small, however, what it represents might be something as an answer to humanity. And at this time of pandemic, this time of the critical moment, I would say if everybody does the same thing at the same time, though, we don't even have a problem.
Correct.
Yes.
Do you agree with me?
Absolutely.
We don't even have a problem. Okay, my friend, my lovely audiences, let's take a short moment out. We come back to continue finding what else our beautiful Lisa does. Stay with us.
We have continue to work on it now. My name is Paul James. I host this news every morning.
And the Golden Angel Award ceremony.
Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences, my dear brothers, sisters, my lovely fellow Americans. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow on the East West with the two wonderful individuals. One of them is my dear friend Lily Lisa. She's a very happy-minded person. I never saw her with a long face rather than a smiley face. And I never see a moment when she is depressed or so on and so forth. Always this sunshine type of person with lots of love. We'll talk about that later. And with her is my dear friend, Mr. Chris Nebe, with the last time I called your smiles enigmatic, right?
Yes.
Enigmatic smile, right? Which you never know how deep that is. Mr. Chris Nebe, a director of Hollywood with a big record and big monument that stands for 23 good films behind him. So to all of you, once again, welcome back to the show.
谢谢你老朋友，非常感谢。
Very good. Still to Lisa, with her philanthropic activities, early starting from 2008 during the tsunami time, all the way till now, till what I saw last Thursday. And this young person, do you do it for, what do you do it for? For a name?
No.
I know you don't do it for money, right? For a name, for recognition, for reputation, for whatsoever.
For loving from my heart. I
The
do
loving
everything
from
for the
her
love.
heart.
Yeah, for the love.
Okay.
Yeah, for I feel I have the mission. I want to do something, inspire the people, more to show your love. That's my mission. That's why we met so many times, so many years. You see, I never change it because I don't want to change it. I promised myself, I will keep doing it.
I know you're a business owner. You don't run a bank, right? In other words, you may have money, but you don't have tons of money.
No, I am not wealthy. I'm not rich. But I just always I feel I can afford. I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
I love to do it.
Is there a second thing you want to do with what you did, such as to make a call to people?
Honest with you, since this long time, a lot of organizations, they call me, I go through, I don't want to say everything, that's the truth. And so I choose rather by myself directly the people that can receive it. And yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And I have a chance every day if I'm driving, the homeless or the people they need it, or if I working, people no mask, I just give them mask. I can swear to God, I tell the truth, I always mask on me. It's not, I'm wealthy, it's not rich. I don't want people lost their life because I know the cold life thing, how it's serious.
All right. Obviously, she didn't get me about the word call, right? So, to you, what kind of call, by looking at what she does,
No,
to
obviously, she follows the great American maxim, don't ask your country what the country can do for you,
very good.
but she and you do what you can do for your country. So therefore, you see, I think she should be a role model for a lot of people. And I also find it very charming and endearing that she doesn't hide behind some organization because she gets lost in the shovel. The story of the envelope and the story of driving along the street, seeing somebody without a mask and saying, here. See, this is, if everybody would be doing this, we would have not only probably less cases of the virus,
Yes.
but on top of it, we would have a feeling of warmth. You see, because unfortunately, today's world has been me, me, me.
Yes.
And it has not been us. And it should be us, because you have seen the virus has destroyed overnight everything, the normal life we were accustomed to. And therefore, it is time to rethink what it means to be a human.
That's a very, very good point. That's a very sounding comment. I 100% agree. I couldn't find that I could agree any more than 100%. Other than that, I would do 1,000%. Exactly what you say. I agree that, of course, now everybody gets $1,200, right? Every kid gets $500. That's your country, what your country does to you. However, behind this layer, though, he raised a very good point, is that what your country can do for you is one thing. The other thing is that the other side of the coin, put it that way though, is that what can you do to the country? Right? Okay, now, to the country meaning that there are people who needs to be helped. Right? You might not be a bank, you might not have tons of money. All I have is 2,000 of face masks. I want to give them to the elderly people at the senior center. That's what you want to do, right? So that makes yourself not a hero, a man with a normal human heart that loves others.
In this case, a lady with a human heart.
Exactly. So, of course, if you talk about what kind of face, what kind of eye, what kind of whatsoever, I all agree. What if ladies with that kind of eyes, that kind of face, plus a heart that is so loving. That is so loving. So love is never limited. Love can be stretched to cover everybody, right? So that I totally agree, right? Now, she is not doing this to fake herself for a big name. The reason I'm saying that is that I quite often see something of those organization leaders, all right, at an event of something like a donation, they fight for microphones, right, to say a few things, to let people know who they are. I've seen quite often that much, right? And that, of course, still not too bad, but compared to people who donate something and walk away silently. I saw her last tsunami on the street with the envelopes. Just hand the envelope, walk away. The guy was shocked. Why me? Why money? Like that kind of donate the activity, that exactly indicates that this person does not look for any reputation, any name, or any recognition. Do you think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is real life action today. Not hiding behind anything, but being out front and do what you think is best.
All right.
And this is very honorable, and I think it's also very good because this country is torn by racism, and it's very good that a Chinese lady is upfront and does that and reminds that the other people that everybody is equal, we are all the same.
That probably triggers me a question. What kind of a childhood you have? Any childhood stories about yourself?
My childhood, I think that is good.
Did you have a very happy childhood life?
I think, yeah, I am. But the important is my mom. I'm my mom. When I was young, I saw my mom to help the people. That's in my mind. That's like, it's just like, my whole life.
She copied that from her mom.
Yeah, I copied from my mom.
What did your mother do?
My mother is passed away right
No,
now.
what did she do? What made you copy her?
Okay, so when I was young, I think just like 5-6 years ago, I saw somebody, my mom give the food for the homeless, like somebody they need help. My mom just directly, So as like me, I do the same way. I never looking for anything back.
It is
It
is not necessarily that her mom is a philanthropic worker, but she has the kind of mind that influences her. That's how. All right. Okay, my dear friends, we're doing something very sacred. We're talking about human mind. You might think, this is boring, but it is not boring at all. Let's take a moment out. We come back to find out how this person could have that kind of a heart. Stay with us, please.
Called James. I host English news every morning.
And a golden angel award ceremony.
Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow on the East with two wonderful individuals. Mr. Chris Nebe, Hollywood director, a good friend, somebody I argue sometime with, but most of the time we have the agreement. We have lots of common ground. Of course, that doesn't include where he makes his big reputation, films. I'm not filming. I'm only doing the shows. He does filming. He has lots of wonderful films. The Mysterious China. If you recall, The Mysterious China, one of the leading masterpieces was the Diaoyu Island, the truth of the Diaoyu Island, right?
Yeah.
The truth of Tibet. Flying Tigers, the Burma Road, right? Those are wonderful ones. Yeah, and also another one, never forget, the Unit 731, right? Those are the films that will probably die if he did not put his hands on. Next to him is my dear friend Lily Lisa, Hollywood actress and business owner, and an individual with a big heart that cares about others. In going back to her childhood, she told us that she copied the loving mind from her mother. And she has the other side of her story, which is not as good as the part we're talking about. And you are a business owner, are you?
Yes.
Tell us something about your business, please.
I just opened a store in Beverly Hills called the Lily Lisa Collection. The location is 227 South Beverly Drive.
No, I don't need the location. I don't need the,
So
I'm not doing
one
advertising. I'm
selling-
talking about the fact that you opened it just in time to catch the pandemic and you had to close it.
But we know where to find her,
Yeah.
so we need the address.
That we'll talk later. That we'll talk about later, yeah.
Okay, so I just a little promo, okay?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just
What
opened
is the
2
store
months.
about?
A store is selling the unique stuff. Mostly things, all the things are one of the kind. It's handmade for the dressing. So everything is one of the kind unique. We can measure the size.
You're
We
talking
can
about a
deliver it.
limited edition.
Yeah.
Limited edition.
The
Either
custom made, yeah. We
custom
can do the
made.
custom
You have
made.
your own
Yeah.
tailor
Yeah, I have.
working on the premises. I
Yes.
see.
And also, all is my brand. I have brand is Lily Lisa. The skincare is all natural. I testing over 1 year. You can trust me, okay? And then the makeup is minerals. You know, the minerals is very good for your skin.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the fact that what month did you open the store?
I opened the store is the official grand opening is February 18th. But I have a little-
February the 18th.
Only 1 month, but before I had pre-opening, like 1 month, total 2 months.
Did you actually operate from the opening?
My grand opening is nice. You can go online, you can see a lot of photos and get image and the good people, celebrities.
And
they
within
come
less
in.
than a month, and you were ordered to close down?
And then, yeah, Beverly Hills Day announcement, March 17, we all need to shut down. Only the restaurant, they can take off delivery.
How many days altogether you opened?
Mostly 2 months,
About
Total.
2 months.
yes.
Did you make money during the 2 months?
No, I mean,
No.
I'm not like.
But
any
right now-
new business, you have a chance to
You're
build
wrong. Okay,
up.
no. Right now the business is still there, right?
Yes.
All right. So are you still paying rent?
My landlord is so good to me. I'm blessed, really. I always
Oh,
met
your landlord held back.
My landlord told me, Lily, no worry. You can pay later. And yeah, I'm really blessed. I always met great people. That's why I will keep to good to the people, you know,
Okay.
to give, you know, because I call love is beautiful.
You know, this
That's
is very
something good.
simple because you give and you get back.
See that
I
point?
sure appreciate. That's
Yes.
important.
That's the point. That's the
You
point.
see,
Yeah,
that's
the-
very simple, and it's very important because you see the problem of Western culture is that it's me, 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 and we have to go away from this. We have to have empathy and understanding for the others, and
Yes.
maybe Because of that pandemic, this will come back and give people thought and change a bit. Unfortunately, you see, mankind is always falling in the same trap, greed,
Yes.
and not caring for the other people. But in your case, you see, obviously, you can tell the landlord my best regards and respect. And because that is the way to do it.
Excuse me.
And
Good people, like-minded people.
yes. And you see, this new normal will be, rents will be generally lowered, real estate will go down. I think we will face sort of a new situation, and we all have to adapt, because so far it was always more, 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 more. Now I think we have to accept that it will be less, and we should be happy with less. But if you see, it's no problem to be happy with less. If, for example, as a business owner, your business is not so good, but if your rent is not sky high, as in most cases it has been, that creates a collapse.
Her landlord has told her to not worry about
I know. Yes,
the
but
rent.
that's an exception.
The best one.
Right.
That's an exception.
Just to think about it, if she cannot, in another situation, she cannot open the store, and she has to pay the rent.
Right.
Yeah, some my
She will
neighbor
get,
they do.
she will get killed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot
All right?
speak out.
Yeah. Now, I do agree with you that we are now in a world that we're talking about everything I, me, I. The me factor, the I factor. We have iPhones, we have iChat, we have the WeChat, we have even iHeart, the radio, so on and so forth. Everything I, me. So the society, the culture, failed to call upon people to care about others. Don't you think so?
Yes.
All right. And people like herself, like her landlord, probably somebody treated her landlord might have a mortgage,
Yes.
right? The bank would say, hey, don't worry about your mortgage, right?
It's a chain reaction, and hopefully it stays this way. But unfortunately, I question it because history has shown that people forget very quickly and then fall back into the bad habits. Never mind, right now we're talking about Lisa and her good deeds, and she did not make it clear, but I would like to make it clear to the audience. She has been donating to the city of La Puente. There is a senior citizen home, and she has been taking care of the needs of this senior citizen home in La Puente. And the result is that she has become a very valued citizen of the city of La Puente, even though she doesn't live there.
Yeah, that very day, as a ceremony of the donation, city manager and the city mayor and the other city employees came out in reception of it. And the city mayor said a few words, very strong words about her and her donation. Says that your donation comes in handy and timely. I would get my people busy in delivering it out to the senior citizens in need. I believe with your action, lots of people will follow. We'll have lots of people who love our community, who actually work for our community. And she was even given a certificate of recognition, right, in which lots of strong words, good words were expressed. I believe people kind of feel that. They echo each other. Don't you think so?
Yes, and the main thing is, you see, she's happy. And
Yeah,
she has a
I'm
happy
happy to
smile
do it. Yeah.
and her own happiness for all of us. In the end, it's being happy ourselves and content and satisfied that we have done something good. That's always a very good feeling. And we all should abide by this, whether we have a pandemic or not, but especially in a situation like this, empathy is necessary.
All right, my dear friends, let's take a moment out. We come back to put everything together. We want to make sure that we understand this thing in the right way. We want to see more Lily out there, right? So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Everything. We have to continue to work on it now. My name is Paul James. I host English news every morning.
And a golden angel award ceremony.
Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences, ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow brother, fellow citizens of the United States, brothers, sisters. At hard times, we only can make it by staying together, right? We cannot, of course, we have to keep ourselves in a distance of 6 feet apart. However, we have to make sure that inside our hearts are next to each other. Do I make a point?
Yes.
The
we are
closer,
one.
yeah, the closer
one.
we are, the stronger we become. So in Lily's example, good part is that her example does not only go back to Thursday, it goes 12 years ago during the last tsunami, financial tsunami. For a person to be consistently doing her part, her bit to the society though, I really wish if we close the eyes, everybody does the same thing to his own society, own community, so we no longer have any problems. Do you think the logic works?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, especially because we are a very divided world right now. Especially this country is very divided, and activities like her, actions like her, unite, at least in spirit, are an attempt to unite people spiritually. And this is very important.
And also in the circle of Hollywood though, she's very beautiful, she's very talented, right? And especially when somebody beautiful, talented, especially with a heart that cares for others though. Now you're a director. We might be talking to the right person. Will you pick her when next time you have a project?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely, see?
Definitely, especially since I'm so involved in China.
I strongly recommend her though.
I'm sorry?
I strongly recommend.
Yes, I have.
I strongly recommend. You know?
Thank you.
So, and what do you think if you have a person to help you or to play in your film who not only meets the requirement of the script but has a heart?
You see, this is the great true success of a movie when it's successful, that you're able, that the actors do not just act, but that you reach the hearts and minds of the audience. Because you see, the audience is looking for, the audience is, you see, most of the people are very alone, actually. There's a great deal of loneliness. So they're looking for that identifying quality that they can say, oh, this is actually me, or it's my thought, and that makes a successful film. And that makes a successful actor or actress. if they can bring this to the film. Because the script is one thing, very important, but then comes the sincerity of the performance. And a healthy mind, a healthy soul, lives in a healthy, beautiful body. Very simple.
Thank you.
Yeah, probably we have to ask her. So, how important it is to you that as an actress, not only you have a good skill at performing, but also you have a good heart.
Yes.
How important is that?
I think wherever you do everything, it comes from your heart, and then your action. I always say I follow my heart.
So,
And, yeah.
so you're saying that it's important to have a heart before you perform.
Yeah, read scripts, and then you feel the role, and then from your heart and the performance.
Do you understand what she says?
Of course.
Yeah.
She's
So
right on the money.
can you help her?
She's right on the money.
All right.
And that's the way to go. And you see, reaching the hearts and minds of an audience,
Yes.
that's what it's all about. It's also about your show here. If your show is, we are living in a time where the attention span of the people are getting smaller and smaller. So you have to be able to catch them and keep them watching.
Yes.
Otherwise, they move away to the next thing. And that you can only get by the sincerity of your performance as an actress.
In other words, you have a heart, you feel
Yeah.
it,
Yes,
rather than you perform it,
right.
right? Because you understand the person, the character you're playing,
Yes.
the character you're playing, you exactly understand heart to heart.
The nuances of the emotion is essential.
Yeah. In other words, you
It's like a
impersonate the character.
Yes.
You understand, right? Okay, that I really agree. I've been a writer myself, you know that, right? In writing, it's exactly the same thing. Right? I really doubt a writer without a heart can write anything that's heart touching. Right? By the same philosophy, you will never find a person who is a poet yet a murderer. Have you seen anybody being a poetic murderer?
A poetic murder?
A murderer, yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, killer.
I haven't.
Poetic killer.
I haven't, but I haven't. But I'm
You
sure
may come across a, say, train driver, a killer, a postmaster, a killer, a school teacher, a killer. Have you or anybody else find a poetic killer or novel writer killer? Have you?
I don't know.
No. Don't you know? Do you know anybody?
Not really.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means once your heart started working,
Yes.
you will never do anything bad.
No.
Do I make a point?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. When your heart functions,
Yes.
you will do anything that obeys the. I mean, go 180 degrees of your heart, that betrays your heart, betrays what you believe. Am I right? So that's why when I look at the film, look at any productions, I see how they act, how they perform. I always pay attention to if this person, this actor or actress is performing with his mind, or rather than the action. See? Probably we're talking about your business. You're in the directing business. We're not.
Yeah, I'm in the directing business, okay, and that is the trick. If you can, if you're able to reach the hearts and minds of an audience, you have a happy audience, and whatever you did is successful. It's very simple. And it's not only film, it's a carpenter, for example. You see, a good carpenter will create something which is beautiful by itself because he loves what he's doing. And a cook, a chef, will create a food which everybody loves. That is the secret goes, it goes from A to Z, it goes for everything. People who love what they're doing and really want to do their best on a permanent level get the reward eventually, not right away, but it takes time, of the people, and they will be noticed for their quality.
It is the same thing. It is the same thing, and it's not the same thing. Of course, if I'm a carpenter, I made a desk myself, though. I end up loving the carpenter, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm a creator of a virus, I created a virus myself, though. Could I end up loving the virus?
No, but if you have a negative, if you have a negative attitude, you may be very happy that your virus is successful, because that's what you intended the virus to be. But I don't think it goes both ways, yes.
All right.
That's the humanity. You
that
see,
makes some sense.
We are not pure, we are not good, we are good and bad. We all have two sides.
Okay, Lily, we're about to wrap up. You want to say something to your audiences?
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the end, I would love to say a little things from my heart. I wish more people show your love, do something you can afford to help others. That's
All right,
what I want.
good.
That's my mission.
Do something you can afford to help others.
Yes.
That's a good call.
Very good.
That's a very good call.
Thank you.
All right.
Lily D.E.
All right, good.
And love is beautiful.
Okay, very good. Love is beautiful. All right, well, we know that is love.
Yeah, that's love.
Her sign
Yeah.
language. Okay, now we'll see you next time, my dear audiences. Bye.